Over a century has passed since the 12 days of deadly encounters with a killer shark, and the memory of the carnage still haunts the waters. In 1960, the Jersey Shore experienced a series of terrifying shark attacks within 12 days, resulting in 5 incidents, 4 of which were fatal. These attacks stand as some of the most horrific and chilling shark encounters in American history. They left lasting scars on the community. Between 1926 and 1931, a series of tragic shark attacks took place, involving 16 or 17 victims. During this time, people faced not only the concern of these attacks but also the dilemma of how to spend their leisure time outdoors. Despite the possibility of getting drenched by the ocean's waves, the seaside remained an attractive destination with its unique offerings for each town's visitors. Prior to the 1920s, beachgoers primarily engaged in activities such as strolling along boardwalks, shopping, and sunbathing, limiting their interaction with the water. However, by 1916, swimming in the ocean had become the latest craze, fueled by the nation's increasing prosperity and shorter work hours, leading to a surge in recreational time. The Jersey Shore became a beloved vacation spot, drawing crowds from metropolitan areas like New York City and Philadelphia, as well as the regions in between. During the summer of 1960, as scorching temperatures prevailed, droves of people flocked to the shore seeking respite. Unbeknownst to them, a man-eating monster lurked along the coast, awaiting their arrival and the chaos that would unfold between July 1st and July 12th. These events would later become legendary, serving as the terrifying inspiration for movies like Jaws, and capturing the imagination with tales of fabled attacks. On July 1, 1960, an unsettling incident unfolded in a quaint resort town located at the southernmost point of Long Beach Island. Charles Manson, a 28-year-old financial broker from Philadelphia, was enjoying a family vacation at the Angleside Hotel. Venturing into the ocean for a refreshing swim, he suddenly cried out in distress as a shark sank its teeth into his legs. Despite the swift action of a vigilant lifeguard who rescued him, it was tragically too late to save him. He had been horrifically torn to the bone. Charles succumbed to his injuries shortly after the attack, as life-saving medical treatment was not promptly available. The public's initial reaction to the incident was dismissive, failing to deter vacationers from entering the ocean. At that time, sharks were generally perceived as harmless creatures, and most people believed that Charles's attack was an isolated occurrence. Some even speculated that he may have been an unintended target of the shark's aggression. However, it soon became evident that this was not an isolated incident. On July 6, 1960, another shocking attack took place in Spring Lake, a seaside town situated 45 miles north of the previous incident. Charles Berger, a 27-year-old employee of the beachside Essex and Sussex Hotel, fell victim to a vicious shark assault while swimming approximately 130 yards offshore. The water turned crimson as lifeguards hastened to mobilize a lifeboat, struggling to hoist Charles from the water, only to find that his body felt lighter than anticipated. The lifeguards acted swiftly, realizing the severity of the situation. Charles Berger's injuries were far more extensive than initially thought. His knees were shattered, and his abdomen had sustained severe damage from the shark's attack. It was evident that this was not an encounter to be taken lightly. Another shark had made its presence known, and the news of these attacks triggered a wave of shark hysteria across the nation. The third and fourth fatal attacks occurred on July 12, 1960, approximately 30 miles north of Spring Lake. The Jersey Shore was engulfed in a dark cloud of terror. These attacks took place in an unexpected location, freshwater. The idea of man-eating sharks was already unsettling, but the notion of sharks entering freshwater and attacking humans was simply unthinkable. Initially, a resident fishing from a bridge claimed to have spotted the silhouette of an 8-foot-long shark passing beneath. However, the claim was dismissed, as such sightings were rare and unheard of. Meanwhile, a group of children was playing in a creek located 11 miles upstream. As the afternoon unfolded, the ominous black silhouette seen earlier reappeared near the boys. Dorsal fins rose from the water as the shark swiftly pulled young Lester Stillwell, who was only 11 years old, beneath the surface. The boys raced to the bank, seeking help. Businessman Watson Fisher, aged 24, arrived at the scene after the boys had sought assistance. Without hesitation, Fisher dove into the creek and located Stillwell's lifeless body. Determined, he began carrying Stillwell toward the shore, all while the shark lingered nearby. A group of fishermen gathered on the bank as a crowd watched. Suddenly, bodies began to fall from the water, creating a chaotic scene. By the time Fisher reached the bank, he was badly injured on his right side from the attack. Despite the danger, Fisher managed to rise above the bodies and was eventually found the next day. This was the fifth attack on July 12, 1960. On the same day, 3 more fatalities occurred along the creek. Joseph Dunn, a 14-year-old boy, was also attacked by a shark while swimming half a mile away from Fisher. He suffered injuries to his left leg. The attack happened within 30 minutes of the third and fourth shark attacks. The incident drew attention from the media and society, sparking a hunt for the sharks. In an attempt to kill the culprit, dynamite was used by a mob of fearful citizens. Even sharks, once considered harmless, were now viewed as hated killers and deemed public enemy number 1. An almost 8-foot, 325-pound great white shark was caught in Raritan Bay near MATAWAN Creek on July 16. The shark's stomach was cut open, revealing human remains. After the capture of the great white, no further attacks occurred along the shore during the summer of 1960. The case was then considered closed. There were no further attacks in 1916, but the theory that the great white shark was solely responsible raises concerns. Great whites are not known to venture far into freshwater, if at all. Although some biologists argue that a small great white could survive in the brackish waters of MATAWAN Creek, they generally avoid such environments. As a result, theories have emerged suggesting the involvement of more than one shark in the 1916 attacks. Another potential culprit is the bull shark, which is capable of thriving in freshwater. On September 21, 1970, the location was Seabright, New Jersey, just 1 year after the most infamous series of shark attacks in American history. Seabright is a beach town situated between MATAWAN Creek and Spring Lake on the Jersey shore. Newman, the head lifeguard of the secret beach club, was responsible for scanning the area and overseeing 3 other lifeguards. The club had a strict no-alcohol policy, as it was prohibited in New Jersey. Suddenly, Newman noticed shark fins emerging from the water, causing panic among the lifeguards and beachgoers. They quickly rushed ashore as the shark continued to swim freely. The beach's rough surf made it challenging for lifeguard Daniel Thompson to ride the wave to safety, causing him to lag behind the others. Reportedly, the shark attacked and injured a swimmer named Mark, who was fortunately saved by lifeguards in close proximity. However, the shark was never found or identified. This raises the question of whether this shark was one of the culprits from the 1960 attacks. It's important to note that sharks can live up to 6 years, so it is plausible that another predator might return to the Jersey shore. Fast forward to August 23, 1926, when another major incident occurred in Seaside Heights, NJ. This happened during a time of great prosperity and rapid technological advancements in the United States, as the country embraced the modern age. By 1926, automobiles, radio, and motion pictures had become commonplace, giving Americans a sense of wealth and leading to a decrease in working hours. The enthusiasm within the United States was in stark contrast to the dark cloud of the past, with the memory of the 1915 shark attacks nearly fading from some people's minds. As individuals flocked to the Jersey shore for Sunday relaxation, countless numbers of them engaged in carefree beach activities and swimming. Seaside Heights, NJ, emerged as a popular resort destination, located just 15 miles from both Spring Lake and Sebring. This lively beach town boasted a beautiful beach, a bustling boardwalk, and numerous shops and restaurants. The main attraction, of course, was the ocean itself, which attracted crowds until August 23 that year. On that fateful day, Charles, an 18-year-old from Trenton, New Jersey, was enjoying a visit to Seaside Heights with his family and friends. The hot weather and refreshing ocean breezes enticed Charles and his friends to play and swim near the beach, north of the carousel. Several other shark sightings were reported around the same time, but the sharks remained unidentified. In July of that year, fishermen in the Delaware Basin near the Seacoast 45 neighborhood encountered a charged and conflicted atmosphere. On July 31, 1926, in Manson Quad, New Jersey, shortly after the previous attacks, numerous sharks were again reported near Seaside Heights and Seabright, New Jersey. News reports depicted them frolicking, raising questions about their behavior and whether they were hammerheads from a particular school. However, even if they were hammerheads, they might have been attempting to defend themselves. Finally, on September 25, 1926, in Ocean City, MD, located south of New Jersey, a 14-foot shark was observed close to the shore. So, which species of shark or sharks were likely responsible for the terror experienced in 1916, 1917, and 1926? Sharks, being apex predators, are designed to inflict vicious attacks on their prey. With over 350 different species of sharks, only a few can be considered prime suspects. The most notorious and likely culprits are the great white sharks. Just the mention of the words, great white shark, sends shivers down the spines of many. They are well known for their responsibility in numerous human attacks and are regarded as one of the most formidable and dangerous predators in the ocean. Great white sharks can grow as large as 21 feet and swim up to speeds of 60 miles per hour. They possess 85% of their body weight in muscle and have around 300 rows of razor-sharp teeth. Scientists estimate their bite force to be around 4,000 pounds per square inch. Tiger sharks, named for the vertical stripes on their bodies, are the second most common sharks involved in human attacks. They are the fourth largest sharks and the second largest predatory sharks in the ocean. A fully grown tiger shark can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. The bull shark, ranking as the third most dangerous shark, is known for its aggression. It is the only man-eating shark capable of surviving in both freshwater and saltwater. Bull sharks have been found as far as 500 miles up the Mississippi River in Illinois. They have a stocky body, wide snout, and a reputation for being fierce. Growing up to 11 feet long and weighing as much as 500 pounds, bull sharks are responsible for numerous attacks in freshwater. In the United States alone, there are approximately 20 unprovoked shark attacks reported each year, occurring along almost every coastal state. However, they should not attract attention like the ones in New Jersey between 1916 and 1926. In fact, I have only encountered 10 non-fatal incidents involving those shortcuts through the trees in nearly a century. Somewhere within this area of short plantations, evidence suggests that another surge occurred shortly after in July 1960. Although we may have forgotten about the tragedy in New Jersey, the victims of 1917 and 1926 should never be overlooked. It is possible that the culprits from all 3 years were extremely deranged. The fascination with shark sightings will undoubtedly remain a popular pastime, as long as we ensure water safety.